Hello, Moving to Columbia. My name is Rae Allen. I am the founder and admin for the Moving to Columbia group. I am a native Washingtonian. I moved to South Carolina in 2013, and then in 2014, I moved to the Columbia area, which is where I still reside. I like Columbia because it's like a perfect mix of city and country. You can go to larger cities like Charlotte, Greenville, Charleston, Atlanta, all within a couple hours drive. There's mountains areas up in Asheville, Greenville area, and the beaches in Charleston and Myrtle Beach. So great place to live. I get lots of questions about people moving to Columbia and they want to know about rentals. So I just kind of went through and wrote down a couple tips. So you'll see me reference my little cheat sheet here. But my first tip would be to visit. If you have the opportunity, if you're able, come visit South Carolina, drive around, take a look at Columbia and the different areas so it can help you really pinpoint an area where you want to live. Research. My next point is research. Google. We have phones, computers, all kind of information on the internet. But look at popular neighborhoods. You want to look at points of interest in Columbia. Also, you can find private landlords online as well as property management companies. My tip for working with a private landlord is to do as much research as possible. Verify that that person really does own that property, that it's not a scam. Can they give you a tour of the property? Do they own it? Do they have a standard lease that they're using before you exchange any money? With a property management company, my tip would be to ask them what their application fee is, and if you complete the fee, will that translate for other properties as well, or do you have to do an application fee for every single property? So that's just an important tidbit. Get you some local help. You can work with a realtor. I am a realtor. As well as if you have a friend in the area, or if you're moving with your job, does your HR department have some type of relocation assistance? So see if you can find someone locally to help. If you have friends or family here, find a real estate agent or realtor like myself. See if your HR office has any assistance if you're moving because of your job. The next tip is tour the property. You can do videos, you can do FaceTime. Most people, if they're represented by a private landlord, they can go out and take a look at the property for you. If it's a property management company, they should have someone to be able to go out and do a video or FaceTime with you so you can look at the actual property. Pictures can be very deceiving, so you just want to be sure that what you're seeing in the picture, what's reality, match up. I would say my next tip is be mindful of the local market. In Columbia, we have Sumter Air Force Base. We have Shaw Air Force Base. I apologize. Fort Jackson. We have the University of South Carolina. So you have all these different people moving in and out of Columbia, and so the rental market here is very high. It's in demand. It moves very quickly. Based on my MLS search, the average rent is $1,600. That's average rent. But in South Carolina in general, you can find rentals between $700 and $800, going up to $2,500. The average is $1,600. So there's a lot of space between the lower price points at $500, $550, and the higher price points at $2,500. So understand the local market, where you want to live, and what it's really going to cost you. The next, I would say location. Location will play a big part in your rental price. It's also what's available. So if your location, you want to look for something near your job or near your kid's school if that's important, or if you have family here, you want to be close. So keep all those things in mind when you're looking for an apartment. Columbia is spread out. And then it includes Lexington, you have Elgin, you have Blythewood. So all these areas are around Columbia, in Columbia, downtown Columbia. You want to make sure you're picking somewhere that's close to where you need to be. Next tip is be prepared to make a deposit. Most rental places are asking for first month's rent as the security deposit plus your rent. So that could be 2 to 3 months of rent that they're asking you to pay. And then lastly, of course, money matters. Your money matters on where you can afford to live, what type of apartment is available to you. But also, if you have bad credit, going to a private landlord may offer you a few more options. But most private landlords, like myself, we use different apps for applications. So we still check your credit. We still do background checks. They may be willing to negotiate with you, but you have to understand that money does matter. So if you have credit issues, be prepared to pay a security deposit as well as your first month's rent. Be prepared prepared to maybe even tell them you'll do automatic payments. But there are some options out there if you don't have the best credit. I would just tell you to reach out to the landlord as well as the property management company, find out what their requirements are, and find out if you meet them before you start putting money out for applications. So just a quick just a quick rehash of what we kind of went over. Visit if possible. Definitely do your research. Get some local help. Take a tour or video. Understand the local market. Be prepared to make a deposit. And keep in mind that money matters. That depends on where you live, how much you can afford, etc., etc. If you have any questions, reach out to me. My name is Rae Allen. I am a Realtor here in Columbia, South Carolina. I service Aiken, Lexington, Columbia, Elgin, Blythewood, and surrounding areas. My phone number is 803-566-0984. And again, feel free to contact me if you have any questions. You all have a great day, and welcome to Columbia.